Hey guys, GLN here. I'm Matt.
I'm Donovan.
I don't sound like that.
You kinda do.
Well, sometimes. I know I'm a little nasally.
Yeah, guys. So I'm Matt.
I'm Donovan, for real.
Yeah. Capcom. Anyway, today Donovan is going to show us a unique game.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I would call it unique, yeah.
Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Ultimate, yes.
So this is from Capcom, as you guys saw. And yeah, we're just going to jump right into it. So
yeah.
Go ahead and tell us kind of a little bit about the game, Donovan.
Well, as some of you probably already know, Monster Hunter 3, or Monster Hunter in general, is a hugely popular game in Japan, but it has never... See, this is my guy. But it has never...
You're right, you're not that cool looking.
No, I'm not. It has never had such a huge following in America, but in Japan it's huge because, you know, it's mostly a handheld game. You know, PSP. It was very popular in the PSP because people, like students and people going to work and school, they would get on the train, go to their destinations playing Monster Hunter, and you could connect with other players on the train and play with them. And so you would team up. And it was
because in Japan they still like people. People like people.
People like people.
Unlike here in America.
Well, and everything's, you know, a little bit more dense, and it's easier to meet with other gamers who like this stuff. The reason why this town looks a little bit dirty is because there was recently an earthquake, and yeah, the reason for the earthquakes, it's believed that monsters are the cause of it, and you, a monster hunter, have been called in to take out the monsters that could potentially sink this city or destroy it.
Cool. And
so this is basically your hub world. This is your shop. This is the village chief. This is the lady that sells you fish. And here's the most important part, the quest lady. The guild sweetheart, as they call her.
Of course, yeah. What?
Another earthquake, but how could... I mean, wasn't it... Didn't you take... Okay. So I took out the monster that they thought was causing the earthquakes, but as soon as I killed it, another earthquake happened. So...
Irony.
They're like... It's probably not the Lagiacrus. I think that's how you pronounce it, but... let's get into some gameplay. Skip all of this. Oh! Okay. As you can see, I have quite a few quests unlocked, but...
And I see it goes by stars, meaning difficulty, obviously.
Yeah, difficulty. Your hunter rank has to reflect how difficult the quests are, but let's get right into what Monster Hunter is all about, which is menus. No, I'm kidding. No, I have to see if I've got enough stuff, which I don't. I need to go to my room. But like the first few hours of Monster Hunter, it's kind of like one big resource gathering game. You gotta, and this is what I mean. Basically, all of this stuff I've just collected, and they're stacked. So,
and is it one of those things where you just never throw anything away?
Never throw anything away, because everything will help you in some way. For some reason, I don't have any mega potions, which is my bread and butter for healing items. So let's craft some. I can't craft any because I don't have any honey. Well, great. Forget it. Let's just get regular potions. As many as I can carry, which is... yeah.
Because of the dense population.
The dense population, yeah. What else do I need? So potions, because you will get hit a lot.
You need them crayon-looking things.
Crayon-looking things? Oh, these are bullets. Or ammo packs, whatever you want to call them.
Take the question mark.
The question mark? I think that's garbage. Yeah, that's garbage.
Take it.
No. Okay, I don't have any whetstones, which is what you'll need to keep your weapon sharp, because as you... Whetstones? Because as you hit dudes, your blades will dull.
Nice.
Yeah, so you do less damage, and some armored enemies, your hits will just bounce right off.
Gotcha.
It's actually kind of cool. Let's go fight a guy. Yeah. Oh no, I don't want to capture one. That's kind of difficult. Yeah, let's hunt a Lagombi. I have never fought a Lagombi before, so this will be a new experience. But, oh, I should mention that this is my first ever Monster Hunter game to play. I played demos before, and I wasn't too enthralled, but a demo doesn't cover everything that Monster Hunter is all about.
And I remember you kind of telling me before that you were up in the air on whether or not you were going to even get this.
Yeah, because I thought it was just a bunch of boss battles that didn't really go anywhere, which isn't the case at all, which you'll find out as if I can defeat this guy. So this is your supply box. You get supplies before every hunt, before every quest. I just picked up a map which reveals the entire map. Torches are useless. You don't ever want to waste your space with those. Pick up first aid, pick up rations to keep your stamina bar up, that yellow health bar, or that yellow bar, excuse me. A whetstone, a paintball, which will come in handy, and a hot drink. Hot drinks, since I am in the tundra, if you get to certain spots, your stamina bar will start blinking, and it will start decreasing at a rapid rate. So you need to drink, like right now, I'm in that kind of hot area, so I press the Y button to drink something hot.
And muscles.
And muscles. Yeah, that's something that that I'll get into a little bit later when I start fighting. I could kill those things for raw meat, which then I would cook to make... Oh. First section, and I already find the thing. He slides.
That's funny.
Every monster has this little cinematic intro to kind of tell you what he's all about, and some of the things that some of his movesets. He doesn't look too bad though. Okay, this is what the paintballs are handy for, because you will want to mark them.
Why do you mark them?
Because they can run away.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, ooh.
Oh, so you're marking them on the map, so he's that orange dot now.
Yeah, because as you can tell, the monsters have no health bars. Like, there is no way for you to know if he's
almost done or anything like that.
Oh gosh, that's interesting.
Barrel rolled you.
Yeah, but the way you figure out if he's almost dead is by just different physical traits, like is he limping, is he drooling, is he
Gotcha.
Does he have gashes all over his body? It's quite neat, and it's very aesthetically pleasing too.
Yeah.
Also, there is something that the guys over at Giant Bomb, they kind of talked about this a little bit, but it's called animation priority. I had never heard of this before until playing this game, but it's if I start attacking, I can't do anything to stop it. I just attack. If I press that button, I can't do anything else until the animation has completed.
Oh, I see.
So this means that if I go to attack him and he starts to attack me, I can't do anything about it. Like I'll just wail on him for a little bit. And I can't change directions in the middle of a combo.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck in that animation until I complete the animation.
So I'm trying to think of a game that does that.
And you know, I am hard pressed to think of one myself.
That you can't cancel animations.
Right, because you know most action games, you know, they're all about the dodging and the you know, changing directions. And see, that's another thing with animation priority. When you take a ration or eat a ration or take a med kit, you do this funky little animation to afterwards. It's a little contrived, but it's meant to, I don't know, kind of resource your actions.
Yeah.
Your actions and timing are a resource in and of themselves. So you can't just attack willy-nilly or try and heal yourself. And if you are healing yourself or sharpening your blades again, then you're a sitting duck.
Yeah, exactly.
So you need to be very careful.
It is a definitely unique looking game.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about the game is this is technically not really a port, but an HD reimagining of the Monster Hunter games from, I believe it was. See that it says power decreased. That means my blade has dulled a little bit.
Yeah, it's yellow now.
Yeah, and did you see his attack kind of deflect?
Yep.
So that's going to be kind of difficult. Ooh. So it looks like only his stomach is vulnerable. But anyway, it's like a culmination of the PSP games and also the Wii game that came out.
Yeah.
And it's just all of those games put together in HD form. So it's like an upscaled version, and that's why it looks so barren at times.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, I should probably be paying attention to what I'm doing. Whoop. See, I'm a sitting duck right here. Which, I don't know if I like the animation priority for the items themselves.
Yeah, it makes sense for attacking. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
They were trying to say, if you're going to do something in the middle of battle,
Ooh.
you...
I was kind of poisoned there, so I kind of fainted for just a second.
If you're going to do something, like attack, then you're dedicating yourself to that. So you have to actually plan what you're going to... You can't just button mash kind of thing.
Right. Oh, and he left the area, and as you can see, the map is broken up into different sections, and they're all numbered. This may seem simple, but it's the best, one of the best aspects of the game. It's because it's really kind of cool when you go to into a multiplayer game. As soon as everybody starts, everybody just scatters, and you on the Wii U gamepad, you can hit a button and it's a signal. So when you find the enemy, you can signal to all of your friends, and it's like, hey guys, I'm in area 3.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's not like, what am I trying to say? It's not trying to be anything more. It's not trying to fancy anything up. It's just...
It's strictly a map.
Yeah, exactly. I need to use a whetstone because my attacks aren't doing anything. He'll also become a little clumsy, the more his stamina is decreased.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, PETA, but these things will steal your stuff. Oh, gosh! I probably shouldn't have rolled into him. See, he's just kind of falling over himself, and... Ooh! Yeah, he's not doing so well. He'll start limping away at times. He's drooling as well.
Yeah.
And this is my indication that, hey, I'm actually doing some work.
Right.
Also, one of your biggest, another thing that kind of drives me nuts is, I always do that on accident.
Oh, automatically go into a different zone.
Yeah, it doesn't kind of lock you off. But he is not looking so good at all. If you could look up in the upper left, you see that my yellow stamina bar has shortened.
Right.
It used to be the same length. That's because the more and more you use the stamina bar, the more and more it will deplete.
Okay. So I'm noticing also next to your name that it's flashing swords and then what looks like an eye.
Yeah.
What is that
those
about?
are like status-y effects. I haven't discerned what they all mean yet. Someone can probably enlighten me on that, but right now I have no idea. Took my raw meat.
Yeah.
A little booger. The only way to bring your stamina back up to full is to eat a ration or raw meat. Oh gosh! But see...
And then you get Ponzord.
Yeah, you get Ponzord. Run away, run away! I
like
love
how
his run animation. But he only does that when the monster is in the same area.
He looks like me or you running.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
There are more weapons than just the dual blades that I'm using right now. I really like the dual blades because they're a little bit faster on the attacks.
Okay.
So their animation, it feels like the animation completes faster than the other weapons do.
Yeah.
Also, I like the ability to dodge instead of block.
Oh, so it substitutes it completely.
Yeah. Now there are some weapon sets that allow for both dodging and blocking, but I don't know. This is what I stuck with.
So how far would you say you're into the game?
I think it said before we started I'm about 30 hours, and I've heard of people putting in.
So you're 30 hours into this game.
Into the game, but I've heard of people putting in hundreds and hundreds of hours just because they do and redo quests like crazy with friends and by themselves, and it's all for the sake of gathering resources and loot.
I know what that's about.
Yeah, we've all played Diablo and Borderlands and stuff like that. EverQuest. Whoop.
Ooh, nice.
Whoa, gosh.
He's just a big old hamster is what he is.
Yeah. Big old jerk hamster. So yeah. But people will find the weapon or item, the weapons that will suit them the best. Uh-oh. Okay, thank goodness. Oh no! Well. Oh gosh.
It's definitely unlike anything I've ever seen.
Right.
That's like the only way I can describe it, you know.
Yeah. Oh.
We're living in a world nowadays where games are pretty much, you know, you can kind of find a route to it.
Yeah.
And I am just like thinking as hard as I humanly can, and I can't find a game that reminds me of this in any way.
Right. It is wholly unique, which it's good. Oh gosh, need to drink another hot drink. Need some more coffee. No. Well, at least I completed the effect, because they will cancel your cancel your stuff out. But thankfully, you don't use up the item if they cancel it. Yeah.
Evading you now.
Yeah, he's kind of being a jerk. I need to paint him again. Whoa! Take this. I have missed a bunch of times before. Oh man. If you look next to my health bar, there is that clock.
Yes.
I
saw that when you spawned in, it said you had 50 minutes.
Yeah. So I have 50 minutes to kill this thing, which I'm about 10 minutes in, I would say.
So that begs the question, how long does it take you, you know, to kill it kind of thing?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it just depends on if you're well equipped, I would say. Like,
So they're giving you the benefit of the doubt of, hey, if you run out of potions or whatever, this thing's still hurting, you can leave, come back, kind of thing as well.
Kind of, yeah. I can go for more resources, but I have to find them in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I can't leave this area, or I
can go to your base of operations.
Right.
Okay.
I can go and sleep, but that doesn't really do much.
So, how does your gear play into everything? Like I see, you know, the colorful little coat dress thing that you're wearing there.
Yes. I would show you, but if I were to pause to look at my equipment, it wouldn't actually pause the gameplay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So like right now,
I see.
I'm still doing stuff. Woo. But
so he's running around way like a little girl anyway.
Yeah, but you know, you have your standard equipment slots like helmet,
Armor,
chest plate. Yeah. You have these things called folds, which is like that skirt thing around my legs. Then you have boots and And then you can also have talismans that give you the certain affinity and skills and all sorts of crazy stuff. And then each weapon, each armor piece has its own stats. Like it has a defensive. It'll have like a stat defense, you know, just kind of a base number. And then it'll have slots where you can set decorations and.
Okay.
This game is definitely not an RPG in that you level up. It's more of like you level up your experiences through just experience.
Yeah.
Fighting these monsters and learning their every move, and then gathering the parts from them.
Yup.
Wish I didn't do that. It's getting away.
You need to whetstone it.
Oh yeah.
See, I already got it down.
Also, you can forge new weapons. You can upgrade said weapons, upgrade the armor. It's all about what you gather instead of
what you loot.
What you loot, and it's what you can make out of the loot.
Gotcha.
Because everything's just an ingredient.
So you're not necessarily finding the best
Hey, got him.
thing in the world.
No, and see this, since I killed him, this thing comes up and I start like hacking away to his at his body. You can't see me because I'm clipped in, but I got his pelt.
Well, yeah, so it's not what you...
And a plastron, which I don't know what that is. So I looted his body, which is the most valuable stuff you can find off of him.
Yeah, so it's not what you find in the game necessarily weapon-wise. It's what you find material-wise to be able to craft said weapons, armor, etc.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Every battle is just getting you a step closer to that next great piece of armor or a great set of weapons, which it's kind of cool. It definitely encourages replays of monster hunts. Like if I wanted to get,
because you need another pelt or something like that.
I'll need 3 pelts to complete this armor piece, but I only have 2, so I have to go fight the Lagombi again.
Yeah. So overall, what are your initial impressions of the game? Are you loving it, or are you kind of bogged down by it? I mean, you're 30 hours in, so...
I'm 30 hours in, and it's almost like once you get over that initial difficulty curve.
Yeah.
Like this game, it's not that it's not good at instructing you on what to do. It just gives you such bare bones information that you have to learn for yourself on what to do.
Okay.
Which is really cool.
It's a Japanese game.
Yeah, it's a lot like Dark Souls. Dark Souls was so difficult because you had to learn from your mistakes. Same here.
Yeah.
Like if I were to go in without any health potions, I would have died very quickly.
Absolutely.
So you need to really stock up, but it doesn't tell you to really stock up and make sure you have all of these different things. So I picked up a whole bunch of stuff. So let's see if this is the guy who crafts your weapons and armor.
Oh, obviously.
He's the smithy, little goblin thing.
Yeah, it makes
So I can forge weapons. I've got these things. Ooh. The ones I have right now is the Ludroth pair, which they're doing well, but it would be nice to get these twin Acris. But I have to kill more Lagiacris. See, I have only 2 or 4 Lagiacris claws and stuff like that.
And you have to get a horn, which it didn't drop the first time.
No, it definitely didn't drop that the first time. And I've only killed 1. So, also the sharpness up there, you know how it said like your maximum weapon efficiency was dulled? That's what it means, is like that's how much green it has, and then your yellow is really huge, and then you have orange and red. So that's just how good your weapon sharpness can be.
So would you say that every weapon has a different proficiency to it and different advantages, or is it just personal preference?
It's really personal preference. I would say no weapon is better than the other. It's just what you enjoy the most.
Okay.
Like, are you a sword and shield kind of guy where you want to block? Then that's in there. If let me show you some of the weapons that we have. Like here's a big iron sword. You know, it definitely has a high attack power, but it's very, very slow. But then you've got this katana that's not as powerful, but it's a little bit faster, just
right.
a little bit, and it has a really farther reach than any other weapon, I would say. Then you've got the hunter's knife, which is short sword and shield. Then you've got the dual blades that I've been using. Then you've got hammers, which are just giant things that you swing around. A combo is like 1 or 2 swings, but it does a lot of damage. A bagpipe I haven't really used, just because it's more of a support type of weapon. It buffs other characters around you and yourself. Then you've got a lance, kind of a cool thing.
Hello.
Then you've got the gun lance, a lance that turns into a gun, shoots bullets and stuff. Then you've got an axe, a crossbow. Then you've got I can't remember. Crossbow gun, and then you've got the bone blaster. I think they're kind of the same. And then you've got a regular bow.
Nice. Okay.
Neat stuff. Different talismans. Pretty standard things. Then you've got different pieces of armor to go through, but we won't bore you guys with that. Setting decorations. Now these decorations boost your poison skill if you set them in a piece of armor.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So the decorations aren't just for visuals.
Right.
They're also enchantments.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm going to drop this stuff off in my box because for some reason this little gameplay mechanic really jives well with me. Whatever I stick in the box here, I can still use. Like, I don't have to have it on my person to use it in the.
But you then have the extra space on your person.
Yeah. So if I were to put all of my items in the box and then I wanted to go craft a new weapon set, I don't have to take the
I see
ingredients with me. I like that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
You've got this guy here, but anyway, I don't know. Do you think we should play another quest or?
I think we're good. I mean, I get the gist of it. I definitely.
Yeah.
I came into this not knowing a single thing about Monster Hunter, like literally not a thing, and I can definitely see the appeal. I definitely see it as something that I would want to pick up.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Looks like it's one of the better Wii U games that are out there right now.
Yeah, if you own a Wii U, I definitely suggest picking this up. It's definitely a
because there's not much out there already.
No,
and you already want, for the most bang for the buck, it's definitely out there. And I mean, if you can log hundreds and hundreds of hours into it, you're pretty set with this game. And I just wanted to point out some of the things. Like at first, the game can feel a little, I don't know, I forget what you call them, like fetch questy. Like the first quest here. Deliver 3 unique mushrooms, and you do that by foraging in little dirt patches, and you gotta deliver them to the red box. And it's not fun. Definitely not fun at first. But then you realize, I think, why you were doing that.
Right, why you're doing it, because you need that stuff to fight. There's a point you need to go through all of these resource gathering missions for your first big fight,
Yeah, it's
like that one.
It's their way of tutorials.
Yeah. And tutorials
it's
are very
not bad. Yeah, it's just not 30 seconds like most tutorials in most games. Right. Hey, press A to kill, kind of thing.
Right.
It's hey, you have to do this and all of this just to be able to stay alive to kill this guy.
Right. And I can definitely see myself picking up another one. My only concern is from what I know, now people will correct me and I'm sure people will disagree with me on this, but it doesn't seem like too much changes gameplay-wise from game to game.
Oh, okay.
It pretty much stays it stays pretty much static throughout the entire series. The only things that really change are the monsters you may fight or the areas you may visit. I know the village always changes, but it's pretty much the same gameplay, and from what I know, that doesn't get stale, but I could see it becoming somewhat of an issue for me.
Right.
Also, another thing that I didn't really like is that they say that there are dozens and dozens of monsters to just fight. But unfortunately, a lot of those monsters are just reworked monsters.
Oh.
Like, I fought a Jaggy, which is my first big monster, which is like the thing that kills Wayne Knight in Jurassic Park, the thing that spits.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a giant one of that. But and then you have to fight, and it's called a Jaggy. You fight something later on called a Baggy, which is basically the same thing, but it's blue, and it's harder to kill, but it has the exact same attacks. So
it's like in Final Fantasy, the blob, and then the fire blob, and then the ice blob.
Right. And nothing much changes.
Yeah.
But that's kind of you guys can be a little more like creative with your monsters. I mean, and you do fight the same monster over and over and over again. Now, if you do need new resources, which I definitely do, you can just go through here and take all the time you want in gathering resources. But yeah, this is pretty much Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, Monster Hunter series in a nutshell. I'm sure I missed quite a bit that you guys are wondering about. If there's anything I missed that you wanted me to talk about, just post it in the comments and we'll reply.
Yeah, and definitely, search other resources out there. I know Giant Bob's putting out a bunch of stuff about it.
Yeah, they're doing like a review in progress. I know there's a ton of stuff on YouTube and across the internet. There's actually a beginner's guide to Monster Hunter that you can actually buy from a guy who made it. Like, it's $25, and it's a little steep for, I think it's like 30 pages, but it is the stuff that you need to know for every Monster Hunter game. Like, it doesn't matter which one you own. These guys out. I need some meat.
Done.
Yeah, you have to let their dying animation play through. And but the game, it looks good. Definitely looks good. I wish things were a little bit more lively.
Yeah.
Because
it's definitely bland, except for the 1 or 2 or 3 monsters that are in that little zone.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah.